Good morning, students. This is Abhinav Khandelwal. I am from SR International School, Bareilly. Dear students, we have started a chapter, and the name of the chapter was Retirement of a Partner. In that chapter, we have already gone through revaluation account, which was yesterday we discussed about revaluation account, and this was as similar as in the case of admission. The only topic which we have learned yesterday, the new topic, that was treatment of bad debts and the treatment of provision for bad and doubtful debts. I hope that there is no such concept or there is no such problem in these concepts. So beta, now what we are going to start, we are going to start with the full-fledged question of retirement. And let me tell you one more thing again, just to remind you up that there is only the change in the admission that we don't need to prepare a balance sheet. But in the case of retirement, we are not have any kind of this adjustments. We need to prepare a balance sheet as well. So today we are going to start with the full-fledged question. We will prepare the revaluation account, we will prepare the partner's capital account, and even we are going to prepare the balance sheet of the revised firm. Now beta, 32B, the question which we are starting is going to be 32B, and please make sure that you're copying with me because these questions are little bit longer, and what I need to do, I need to erase somewhere. So if you will not copy with me, things will be worse. So what you need to do, once I'm doing the question, you need to understand the question and you need to copy it with me only. So 32B, the balance sheet of A, B and C who share the profits in proportion of their capitals. So we'll calculate the profit ratio, but first what we will see, we'll see that first what step we have to do in partnership question is to see that whether the items are there which we need to write off immediately. So first we'll look at the liability side, and I hope that before my saying you will find the word which need to be immediately written off. And yes, you are 100% correct, my dear students. It's profit and loss account, and in the asset side there is no such things like this. Now C retires. So first of all, what I need to do, I need to calculate the new profit sharing ratio and the gaining ratio. So A, B and C are our partners. This is the working note. So their ratio was, earlier their ratio was beta, they were sharing profit in the ratio of their capital, that is 45, 30 and 15. So if we'll simplify it, we'll get, again we can get, so is it clear that the new ratio is 3:2:1. Now beta, what they are saying, that they are saying that C is retired, and I hope you are remembering the first concept of new and gaining ratio, that if no information is given to you and if any partner is retiring, what you need to do, you need to put your hand and you need to calculate the remaining partner shares, and the remaining partner share will be your new share and the gaining share as well. So beta, the new and the gaining share will be, gaining and new will be 3:2. So I hope that there is no such problem in this. Now what we need to do, they are saying that we need to prepare a capital account and the revised balance sheet. But before this, we need to prepare a revaluation account as well, because unless revaluation account has been done, we cannot prepare the partner's capital account. So fixed assets are reduced by 10%. So revaluation account, it's up to you that you are making it in your working notes or you are making it in your fair work. I am doing it in my fair work because just to make it will help me in preparing the capital accounts. Fixed assets will be reduced by 10%. So it is a loss. And if we calculate 10%, it is 5,000. Now investments are revalued at 10,000. It is again a loss of 2,000. Earlier it was 12,000. Debtors are all good. This is again a very important point, that debtors are all good. And if the debtors are all good, that means we don't require any kind of provision. to provision. Sorry, we have to write off the provision. So by provision for bad and doubtful debts, it means it leads to reduction in the value of liability. So we are reducing the provision by 1000. And now beta, outstanding expenses is to be increased by 600. So two outstanding expenses 600. Interest accrued on investment is 1800. By accrued interest, it is an asset, 1800. So if you will calculate the profit or loss, I suppose that it is a loss for the firm, because the debit side is more than the credit side. So if you will calculate the debit side total, what does we get beta? 5000 plus 2000 plus 600, we'll get 7600. And out of the 7600, we need to deduct 2800, as we had a profit of 2800. So the loss is 4800. By loss transfer to A, B, C in the ratio of 3:2:1. So 4800 divided by 6 will be 800. 800 into 3, 2400. 800 into 2, 1600, and 800. So I hope the concepts are clear. Revaluation account, you don't have any problem in revaluation account. Now please note this revaluation account, because I am going to rub it up, and we're going to start again with the partners capital account. So if there is any problem in revaluation account, you can ask immediately. Now beta, we are preparing the partners capital account. And there are 3 partners. So what we need to do, we need to record first by balance brought down. A, B and C. What is the balance of A beta? The balance of A is 45,000. The balance of B is 30,000 and C is 15,000. Now we need to write off the P&L account, which was there in the balance sheet. So P&L account earlier was 15,000. 2500 divided by 6, that is 2500, into 3, 7500. 5,000. It is beta, and 2500. So I hope there is no such problem beta. What we have done, we have calculated by balance brought down first, that are the capital balances, and what we have done, the next step, we have written off the reserves among the old partners in their old ratio. So there is no such problems. I hope that you are facing with this. Now beta, the last point, coming towards the last point, that is goodwill of the firm is valued at 9,000. So if you can see the working note beta, the goodwill of the firm is valued at 9,000. Goodwill of the firm will be 9,000, and if we calculate the C share, we'll get 9,000 into 1 by 6, because C is going to retire. So what will be the share which we are getting? We are getting 1500, and this 1500 will be contributed by, I told you the entry, gaining partner debit to sacrificing partner, will be contributed by A and B to C, and C have 1500 and 3 is to 2. If we'll calculate 3 is to 2, it will be 900 and 600. So how you need to place this entry in the capital account, it's a very important part. And I told you, my dear students, in the very beginning of the chapter partnership, that if the capital accounts are increasing, what you need to do, you need to record it on the credit side. And if the capital accounts are decreasing, what you need to do, you need to record it on the debit side. Now if suppose C is retiring, so the capital account of C will increase because he will get goodwill. And he will get goodwill from whom? From A and from B. So what I'll do, I'll record the goodwill of C on the credit side, and that is 900 and 600. You can see the entry as well. So 900 and 600, and we are putting a dash on the credit side of A and B, and on the debit side we'll write down 2C's capital, because we have to reduce the capital of A and B. They are paying the share 900 and 600. Now is it clear? Now 2, loss on revaluation is there, 2400, 1600 and 800. I suppose that the question has been completed. Now what you need to do, this is a new step and you need to listen to me very carefully. Now what you need to do, you need to see that who is the partner who is retiring. And in the question, I think that C is the partner who is retiring. Now immediately look at the question. What the question is saying? Is the question is saying that we are paying the amount to C or not? So if we'll check the question, beta, there is no such information like this. So what we will do, we will first calculate the C's balance, and we will not write down balance carried down because he is no more a partner in the firm. We will treat it as C's loan. This is a new topic. If something is written that we have paid cash, then we will write down to bank. If nothing is written, that it means that we have not settled his account so far, and it will be treated as loan. So let's calculate about the loan. That is 15,000 plus 2,500 plus 1500 minus 800. So if you will see the figure, it is coming 18,200, and rest we can calculate the balances of rest partner because they are the partners still in the firm. So we have completed the partners capital account as well. So for A, we are getting the balance of 49,200, and for B, we are getting the balance of 32,800. Is it clear? Still, if you face any problem in this treatment, what you can do, you can immediately ask me once the question has been done by you. So beta, we'll calculate the balance sheet as well. We'll make the balance sheet of the new firm. And I always told you the rule. You need to check the old balance sheet first. Liabilities, creditors. I hope that there is no change in creditors. 20,000. After the creditors beta, there is an outstanding expenses, and it is increased by 600. So we'll record 2,600. P&L we have already distributed. First I'll write down C's loan because we have treated C's as a loan. So 18,200, and now the capital accounts finally of A and B and the total. So A will get 49,200 and 32,800 as the capital. Now if we will calculate on the asset side beta, asset side is bank balance. There is no change in bank balance. Look, some of the students is in a view that we need to reduce goodwill from the bank balance because we are paying goodwill to C. But beta, if you look at the entry, we are not paying it cash. We are saying gaining partner debit to retiring partner. So please don't reduce the balance of bank account. So bank account will be same. Debtors, now there is no need of provision. So debtors will be of 15,000 only. We have reduced the provision. Stock 35,000, and there is no change in stock as well. So it will be 35,000. Investment 12,000 minus 2,000 because it is reduced. So investment is 10,000, my dear students. After this, fixed assets is 45,000. And if you can see on the revaluation account, you can see that there is an accrued interest as well. So accrued interest is 1800. So once you need to calculate it by your own self. Once you are done, you will see that the balance sheet get tallies. So what is the new topic in this? The new topic was the retiring partner balance will not be treated as balance. Either it will be paid off if the question is written, it is written in the question, and if nothing is mentioned, then we will treat it as a loan and we will show it on the liability side of the new balance sheet. I hope the things are clear to you. If you still face any problem, then do let me know. Otherwise, we can start with the next question after this. Thank you, students.